When we unpacked everything yesterday, I actually forgot that I had some packages I wanted to continue the kind of unpacking vibe because this week we've had quite a bit of deliveries. Some which were like some stuff that I'd ordered for King prior to the whole surgery situation. But I still wanted to share them with you because actually we're getting quite close. And I'm going to bring him in a second because I want to give you guys an update. There's been some developments, some good news, some not so good news. But anyway, there was I was getting prepped for continuing training King. And he's getting to the point now where we're introducing some light lunging again. Today's actually his first day being lightly lunged. He's doing like 5 minutes each side, but because we have to build him up slowly. But I had ordered some things, including another bridle, because I was like really, he has quite a sensitive mouth. I see that anything that basically touches him or does, a little bit of rubbing causes the hair to immediately go. And since I bought him, I wanted him to have like a proper hunting bridle, something that I can like actually hunt him in as well. And you guys saw the last bridle that I unpacked, really liked it. However, the flash, which is the thinnest strap at the base, was rubbing him underneath. So I ended up just cutting it off and riding him without a flash, and he was very good and happy without a flash. So I thought, well, we just don't really need one. So I can go for the full authentic hunting bridle. And it has arrived. I got it from the same brand. Again, very difficult to find nice hunting bridles. So we're gonna fit it on him when he comes inside as well. He was outside, I was looking at him and he was having like a bit of a hoo-ha run around, which it's a bit cheeky, he's not allowed to. He doesn't have a huge field, so he's not gaining much speed, but it's still a little bit too much. However, this is the bridle. Oh, wow. The headpiece is similar as the other one. The plaited brow band I really like, so we went with the same size. But I want you guys to see the flat brown noseband, which should be this way. Now that is the hunting vibes I've been waiting for all along. It's still in like the dark Havana brown, which I really enjoy. So we're going to be putting this together and trying it on him shortly when he comes in. It isn't an extra full because that's his size. So bridle, check. Horse starting lunging, check. And I reached out to the team at Equestrian Stockholm and I said, guys, I shot this cloth a long time ago. It's like the Mocha collection. And I said, this will look incredible. I need it in a jumping cut immediately for King because I barely have any jumping gear. So I ordered it and it's arrived and I wanted to show you. It is this beautiful, like rich brown. It's got like some details in the piping, but it's not blingy. But this, I think, will look really nice. Are you seeing, guys, the vision? The vision, the Havana brown bridle, the breastplate. Are we seeing the vision? So they sent me that, which I'm very happy about. And I don't know what other goodies actually they sent with it because they said, okay, we'll throw in a couple of things for him. Oh, they sent me the mesh boots. I already have like quite a few of these, but it never hurts to have more. And I think they sent them in a bigger size as well. So we've got, these are just the black mesh boots. Very nice. Oh, they sent me another cloth with it too. The jumping pads Sportive Mocha. So I believe the Sportive has a grippiness to it at the top. Obviously it is in the jumping cut. Oh, this will look good too on him. This will look really nice. And it's got the grip gel at the top here from Equestrian Stockholm. Okay, really happy with that. So we get to play. I've got another set of boots. These are the same mesh boots as before. We've got a bonnet. I'm concerned. This horse's head is large. I'm not sure if the bonnet is actually going to be usable. I'm gonna have to see. I think this is like a one size thing. I think they have ponies in full, but I don't think they have it any bigger, which is a shame. He would look so good in a bonnet. Oh, they actually sent me a base layer for myself as well. Oh, it's a t-shirt. T-shirt base layer. Oh no, it's a long sleeve. A long sleeve summer base layer in the brown. That will look really nice with the set too. They sent me some bell boots. Very good. You can never have too much. These are an extra large, which It's probably gonna be on the small side still for this massive horse. Very good. Wow, I'm very pleased about that. I was also thinking about it the other day. These are like my treats I did with Hartog. I don't remember if I actually talked to you guys about these or not, but with my sponsor Hartog, who has, we've worked together on feed now for like 4 or 5 years, quite a long time. You guys know I do Hartog support with them and everything, but we wanted to come out with fun treats in a fun packaging. Hence the launch of the Hartog Hearties. These are in stores all over Europe. I don't know if they're available in the US. We got a lot of requests from you guys if you guys could get them in the US. I think they're working on it. It's not that simple, but this is the packaging. It has all of my horses on it. This was Etro right here. It's got my beautiful and beloved Emporio right there. And the packaging actually has a little story to it. That's Bear right there, and they're scheming something. So if you guys see these in stores, definitely check them out. They're really fun. They're very healthy for your horse. They smell incredible, very tasty. Just a fun little thing to have. And I just think it's so chic when you're like going about your day and you have like you're busy, blah, blah, blah. And then you know how in the afternoon you go to see a friend and it's like last minute and you're like, oh, I can't go empty handed. Well, typically horse people are hanging out with horse people. How fun is it, like, rather than bringing a bottle of wine, to just bring like a little tube of Hearties? I just think it's like such a nice gift. And I feel a bit weird doing about it now myself because like it's got my name on it. So I'm like, hi, thank you for having me here. Here's like my thing. Here, have it. But it comes from like a good place. Maybe I should hand it like this way. Like, here, this is for you. But I'm like, this is like a nice alternative to bringing a bottle of wine. I'll have to bring some to Marlies, actually, as well, when I visit her soon. I was actually going to visit Marlies somewhat in the near future, and I'm going to ask her if I can film the current foal she has. I know you guys are like desperate to see her back on the channel. So you guys haven't not really seen her since Enzo arrived because she wasn't here at the time. So we'll try and see if she'll allow us to come back and visit her, see the foals, everything in between. So maybe that's something we can look forward to in the near future. But I'm gonna get King now in. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an update on him, and we're gonna try this bridle as well. And hopefully if the weather allows it, I can squeeze a little lunge in as well. So I'm just gonna get him quick. I hope the weather, is it raining? It doesn't look great. Here's a sweet, beautiful King. We nearly got drowned by the rain. You were still quite cheeky when I got out there. Yeah, you were having a little run around. I've just got him in a fly sheet because even though it's a bit rainy, it's quite warm. And the flies are loving this moist weather. We've had like a mixed bag of weather here. First, it was like a very warm spring. Then it got quite cold again. Then all of a sudden, it was like the warmest day in May ever recorded. Yeah. It was like 2 weeks of like scorching temperatures for the Netherlands, like touching 30s, which is wild here. I can't believe I'm saying that coming from Australia. But since then, it's quietened down. It's gone back to like being 18, 19, 20 degrees, which is very normal for this time of year. But it's been quite wet, which is not ideal. So the horses are either going out in no rug or just like a fly sheet just to help them with the flies. We're about to enter horsefly season, which is honestly awful. That's the only downside about living in the east of the Netherlands where we live now. You don't really have horseflies in the north where we are because you're close to the sea and they don't like that. They don't like the wind. I think they don't like the salty conditions, all of it. They're not really there. But here in the east and around the middle of the Netherlands and the east, and I think Brabant as well in the south, you have these horseflies and they are horrendous. So they're like tormenting the horses. They hurt like hell when they bite. If you smack them, they don't die. It's not like your typical fly that's like buzzing around. It's really like, it's like a barracuda fly is how I can describe it. It's awful and like nothing works to keep them off them. Like they bite through the rug. We have really strong stuff when it comes to fly sprays. Those don't work. You can't really like catch them. There's like this whole like thing. It's like this black ball thing that you can put out to like trap them. It like barely works. So it's actually quite difficult managing it. got to the point last year, the horses were just like running in the field trying to get away from them. And I said to Yessa, I think, and it's a relatively short, it's like 2 months out of the year where they're really bad. They're just starting to come out now. But I got to the point last year that I said to Yessa, I think next year we're just going to have to keep the horses in during the day, and then at night they can go out, because obviously the flies are gone at night. So that's not an issue. So we're starting to get towards the point where that might need to happen. On to Beautiful King. He's doing really good. Aren't you? Yes, you're doing really good. He's looking really good. I think the rest has done his body really well. Hey, this is our ritual before the ride and after every ride. Well, not with him, but with my other horses. Is getting a little cookie. He's gained a bit of weight, but that's to be expected when you're on box rest. But overall, he's doing really good. We had a vet assessment yesterday where we lunged him for the first time. I took him to the clinic at week 4. We ultrasounded everything. Everything looked quite good. There was one area of concern though, which I'm going to show you in a second. Yesterday, the vet came back again. We did another lunged assessment. He was very happy with what he saw. He looked completely sound, completely sound. He also looked completely sound on the 4-week checkup, but there we only ran him straight on the hard ground. He looks sound there too. Yesterday, sound on the lunge. So for the next 2 weeks, I can start to lunge him and slowly start to increase it until the point I can start to ride him again. However, we have had one setback, and I'm going to bring you to it. And that's actually at the incision where they went in for the surgery. It seems to have not really healed properly, and some of the swelling from the carpal sheath where the injury was is now going into like the suture area, and it's very swollen from the outside. And if it's only minor, it's only like a cosmetic issue, but because it's getting really big and it's changing shape, it's actually putting a lot of pressure on that area because the whole skin is stretched. I'm going to show you. I had shown you guys before this area, and I'm going to swing to the front to show you better, but you can see that here there is a giant lump. And it started off being just like a raised point where the entry point was, which was keyhole surgery, was very small, but it's actually become this whole thing, and it's squishy, it's not painful. However, this is not ideal. And the vets have said if we want to fix this, which we need to, it's not just a cosmetic thing anymore. He's going to have to go into surgery again. It is only minor because they only have to get into here and kind of like lock the area shut so the swelling can't pour into here. But it does mean he has to go on the table again, this poor horse, which that doesn't really feel great to me. But because he, for the last surgery, went down really easily and got up really easily and kind of bounced back pretty quick, this is a lot less invasive. So, you know, it's just an investment into his future, and we're going to do it. So on Monday, it's the weekend now, but on Monday I'm going to call and book in the appointment, and I think next week he's going to have that operation done. And here's a little bit of a shot from the front, and there you can really see how much it bulges out. And this is not really anyone's fault, it's just something that can happen in recovery. So that's something that we are dealing with now, and it is going to set him back a little bit. And the setback comes in the form of, you know, having gone through surgery, still being put under, that kind of throws the whole body ecosystem off its balance. And he's going to need some time for the new suture area to heal up. So I imagine he will be bandaged again, and he'll probably need to do, I think, 2 weeks box rest. But after that, it's only to make sure that it heals right. But after that, he can should be able to pretty much pick back up to where we are now. Again, not ideal, not what we wish for, but the main thing is that he's sound. That's like the big thing. As far as his kind of like daily kind of routine at the moment, it's quite simple. We're on week 7 now, post-surgery, and we're really focusing on making sure that he gets loads of movement. So I want him outside. He's out all day. He's out from early morning to late in the afternoon. I bring him in around like 10. I just want him to have as much time as possible. He is in like more of like a restricted paddock situation. I actually have some footage of us putting him out for the very first time. So I'm going to show you now. Then you can see how that went, because I was quite nervous of how it was going to go, because obviously being pent up in a stable for a month when you're a 5-year-old there was some energy there. So this is how it went. So King's rehab has been going quite well. I will say he's extremely over being in the stable. He's like quite excited in there. He's bucking. He's like doing the best he can for a 5-year-old being stuck in a 5x5. Which actually, this is what makes me so glad that we do have such generously sized stables, is that for instances like this, it's actually very good. But today's the day that you're going to return out to the field in a very, very small little makeshift fencing pen thing I'm going to make for you. Because obviously King being 5 weeks into his rehab, he still has a long way to go. He still doesn't have the ability to just have a good canter and gallop and a hoo-ha. He needs to be controlled and to make sure that he doesn't bring up and flare up the injury again because his tendon is still healing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erect just like a small, something slightly bigger than what his stable is, but just outside. So he can feel the sun on his back, he can have some grass, he can, you know, start to do all of those things again, which I think is really important. And then we're going to see how he goes. I am going to, though, lightly sedate him to bring him out because I know for sure there's going to be an explosion when I release him. And I want to minimize that as much as possible. So I'm going to give him just a little bit of oral sedation, just enough to take the edge off. Not that it affects him being able to eat or anything like that. I consulted with my vet. He told me how much to give. We're going to also monitor a little bit how that goes. But it's just going to be enough to take the edge off because I don't want him hurting himself again. That would not be good. So I'm going to give him a little bit of sedation. And in the meantime, while that takes hold, because that's going to take about 40 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to erect his little fencing. So that's the plan for today, which is going to be very good news for King. I was just hand walking him a little bit now. That's part of his rehab, is the hand walking. He was quite excited in the hand walking, so we're going to have to see how that goes. But let me just give him a little bit of pace, and then I'm going to start getting this fencing ready.
Help me. You would have never.
Ava coming to visit me so she can look at tiles. Get the rope, let's go, come on. We're going to a tile shop after this, but first, come on.
Yes, I'm coming. Being put straight to work, as always.
Exactly. And you wouldn't have it any other way.
Right.
Whoa, the heat hits.
Oh, wait. I feel like nature is giving a warm hug.
Right. The heat is heating. It's very warm today. I'm excited he's going out to enjoy the weather.
I'm excited. I didn't know you were going to do it today, so I'm excited to see it. I hope he stays calm. I thought, what bird is that? Do we need to get the app out?
I know, that's what I was thinking just now. Okay, I'm going to turn the fence off before we get absolutely annihilated.
Yes, because it's strong enough to keep a T-Rex out, so I'd rather not touch that.
I got shocked yesterday.
Oh,
on
no.
The gate.
Oh,
It
and?
was so strong.
Is that why you have curls in your hair now?
Exactly.
Right. Take your time. It's fine.
Well, tie the electrical wire to the actual electric tape.
Mm-hmm.
The fence is off now. So I think we can go kind of here.
Okay.
Oh, maybe.
Let's see how far we come with the wire that we strategically... Oh.
Why is it leaning like that?
Happens to the best of us.
So this is our little makeshift pen we've created. It's round, it's not too big. So I hope this will be okay for King. I mean, the whole point is that he's not going to be moving around too much, and then slowly with time we will make this a little bit bigger. But I think this will do him for now. What do you think?
I think so too. It looks nice.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be very happy to have the sun on his back.
I think so too.
It's going to be healthy for him.
Like I said, it's been about 5 weeks since he's been outside, and I didn't want to put him somewhere where I had to walk him too far or he was going to be alone. So he's got this gang right here who's going to keep him company right next to him. So yeah, it is quite warm though. So it doesn't really have shade, but I think, to be honest, I'm not going to keep him out for that many hours to begin with.
Maybe he needs to get used to the grass.
The grass again.
Before he starts colicking also.
It's the last thing we need. Yeah, the good thing is that the grass is long, so that's at least good. So there shouldn't be too much sugar. And I think by the time he's walked a couple of steps, he's trampled it all too. So it should be okay.
Just build it up slowly.
Yeah, we go bit by bit. Right. Okay, I think we give him 10 minutes and then he can come out. Then he can start to enjoy himself. Before we put him out, I just checked it's been 40 minutes, so that's good. And then I wanted to get I bought him a new fly mask to make the most of this upcoming season. Actually, I think I have two. Which one? There's one with the ears, or one normal one maybe without the ears for now.
Maybe let's do that.
Keep it
a bit more simple, yeah.
Yeah. But I hope it fits. But I think so. Right, you shall go in the bin later. Oh, I think this is big enough, no? See, it's
what color is that? Beige? I've never seen that.
Will look nice on him, no?
Looks like a bra. Well,
but it will.
maybe.
Excuse me. Okay, I think that should be enough for this head.
It's very see-through.
It's like nice, no?
It's nice. Some of these masks can be quite dense, but this one looks pretty good.
Not him standing on the ball. What's going on?
Oh,
hey. What are we thinking? How?
Oh, that's the jaws.
Why is it so small?
Maybe lower it a little bit.
Is that gonna do for this dinosaur? Dino mode?
I'm still hopeful. Ah, King.
Well, it's a little bit on the large side.
It's a unique shape.
Let's get Mr. King on his way.
Is this the first time outside too? No, right?
No, I've attempted a couple of walks, but he was rearing and bucking in hand. So I thought, okay, better just walk inside whilst the leg is still a bit precarious.
Okay. Be careful.
Good boy. Well, he seemed nice and relaxed. Good boy.
Oh, the sun is gonna feel good on that back.
Yeah, definitely. Good boy. I hope the others won't start running or something.
Yeah. It's my only concern.
You can always trust them to do the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Oh, he looks beautiful.
Oh my god, he's blinding. He's so wild.
He is, and the tail looks very nice.
The tail is tailored.
Yeah. Behave, King.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Straight eating. Here, let me show you around your whole house. And we're done. Yeah, you've got water there. You can trim the grass around there. Look here.
I thought the wire was quite high, but now that he's in, I feel like
Right.
he's quite big.
Do we need to put it up to the next height, you think?
I think he will respect it. But we can if you feel more comfortable.
Well, I can take his halter off for now, and then we can hang around him anyway for a second, and then we can do some adjustments. Good boy!
The electricity is still off, right?
Yeah, the electricity for now, but I think that's fine while we're here.
Yes.
Okay, I can go on there, and I think it would be wise to go one higher.
But also the lower one then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, this feels more adequate for the Irish Draught.
For the beast. Hey King, isn't that nice to be out? Look, it's nice that he's so close to the others, you see? Then he's not like alone by himself or something. Can't wait for the time he'll be in with them.
I know.
It feels quite far for now, but
Time goes by so fast.
it does. It really does. He's not too bothered by us moving this, manhandling this fence. Okay, that's better. Okay, should I do the honors and turn it on? I wonder if it will actually conduct.
Yes, of course. Maybe test it if it's on.
Are you out of your mind? I have actually an electrical thing I can test it with.
Oh yeah, we have it too.
Yeah. Oh look, he's very easy. Hey, King.
Ah, the snort of contentment.
Life's not too bad, huh? Okay, that was a success. Well, feels almost anticlimactic, but that's what we wanted, isn't it?
Oh, not more climactic
For once,
stuff.
for once, there is nothing to really say happened for now. Touch wood.
Yes. I've had enough happen for the last...
I love that the others are coming up just to keep him company. Hey?
I hope it's too warm for them to start running.
Wait, I quite like this fly mask.
I don't mind it either.
I think it suits him.
But it's quite subtle and not so like, for example, Chase's mask is quite dense, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would think that King can see a bit better than Chase.
And I like that this really sits off the eyes.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, are you happy?
Oh, bless. Careful. Ooh. You
That
happy?
bird, the golden
Was it the Aureola?
Yeah, the golden Aureola or something. Wow, what a name. Also, what's with all these names? Who are these people that found these birds? The great blue tit, the golden Aureola. What's going on with that? Yeah, Ava and I have been obsessed with this. It's called the Merlin Bird app. Hi, sponsored.
I was just thinking they should sponsor you.
They should. But we're internally grateful for their services, so I'm happy to give them a shout out. But there's this thing called the Merlin Bird app, which you just basically turn on the recording on the app, and it tells you all the birds that it can hear.
Show.
I think this is something I think this is something that happens when you like turn 30. Is that all of a sudden you're like interested in birds?
I've been telling a lot of people about it, and now everybody's on their bird app texting each other. Look which one I have.
I know your parents are obsessed with it too.
Yes.
But basically, you go like this.
No.
Well, I'm trying to not show where we live.
Oh.
But then all of these come up straight away.
Shush.
Anyway, highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. If you're in your 30s, this is where you're at. When I have breakfast outside in the morning, I turn this on and I just sit in silence and see what comes up. Brings me great joy, great fulfillment. Okay, this is a success. I'm happy. We can go towel shopping. I honestly think it could have gone a lot worse. I really honestly think I was very happy, and he continued to stay like that. Just very manageable, easygoing. I think it's that beautiful Irish draft temperament that they have. So yeah, so we've been able to manage him quite well outside. And now it's just a matter of we're slowly giving him more space, but because he's still somewhat early into his recovery, we have to make sure that there's some limits to what he can do if he does decide, like in this afternoon, to have a bit of a hoon around. Like he can't gain too much speed. I mean, you of course wish you could put them in a padded box and just let them heal fully perfectly, but that's just not, realistic with horses. They also need to have a quality of life, and you don't want to lose their head through their recovery, because if you get your horse depressed whilst it's healing its body, and then you have to deal with that after, it's also not good. So we're just trying to manage everything, both the mind and the body, in the right way. But every time I look at him, like when he's in the field or like from the house or when I'm doing stuff with him, he just gets like more beautiful every day. He's just glowing and just like radiant, and he's just perfect. I'm just excited to get back into the swing of things. I just don't want to rush things back. I want to really safeguard him and make sure that we take our time. So I do have a lot of questions if we're going to make this hunting season or not. It's not something I'm prioritizing, because the priority is actually just making sure that he's healthy. So because of that, I am like lightly looking to see if I can find another hunting horse. But I'm just staying open to if something perfect comes my way. And I think I would go for something that's like a little bit lighter than you, because if I want to do a little bit more like cross-country training and stuff like that, then that's possible. I don't need two Kings, because I already have one. and 1 king for me is enough. So yeah, we will see. We will see a little bit what happens and how that goes. And I have a feeling that when Jesse hunts him once, he's gonna completely steal him from me. Yes, it doesn't have goals to hunt, but of course, every now and then, he could join if we have 2 hunting horses, and that would be really fun. I think it's more fun for me than him because he's done it so much, but I think he'll enjoy it if he doesn't have the commitment of like having to go every time, and like he can just kind of hop in and out when he wants to, and you can only really do that if you have your own horse. So that's what maybe we're going to do. I wanted to show you and give you also a better look because King's tail, that's one thing about this horse. He grows hair like crazy. Are we seeing the length? Hold on, let me spray it, let me brush it, let me spray it. I have continued to just like maintain the tail. I have brought it down a little bit more. It needs to be done again actually, but I've just been maintaining this kind of like hunter's cut. And I think it looks really good. I took all the extensions out because I told you guys a couple of videos ago that the extensions that we got and that we put into him, the lady that installed them didn't know, but they were actually bleached white. So within a matter of a couple of weeks, they turned super yellow and the texture was like dreadlocks. She was very lovely. She gave me a refund, but I took them out. I actually had a friend reach out to me who has started her own brand of like hair extensions, and she's like, hey, I saw your video. I would love to like give you some for you to try in King's tail. So maybe we will try that. She said she's going to send me a set, so we will try. But look at how long, thick, and beautiful this tail is. I feel like it's grown heaps, especially since I first went to see him in Ireland. I've got some photos of how it looked like in Ireland, and like it's like a whole different game. He's actually on this product that I put him on as soon as I brought him in, as soon as he arrived. It's a product I'm working and developing in collaboration with Hearties, which is the feed company. And it's specifically designed to target this, but there will be more on that soon. And the results are like instant. I can feel it straight away, especially like up here at the end of the dock where the hair starts to come. It's beyond thick. The ends still have to thicken out, but it's looking much, much better. It's looking much more like a tail rather than like a small elephant or hippopotamus tail. It's actually looking like something that can be used to swat flies. And it's the most pure white, beautiful color. And he's relatively like clean with it too. So yeah, you want like bum scratches, huh? I wanted to quickly actually show you guys the old bridle for comparison. You can see what I said about me cutting off and removing the flash. So this is a little bit what we're working with. It's also always handy to like hold them next to each other because you can see any adjustments you might need to make in terms of like putting it on another bridle. Are we ready for the moment of truth to see how this fits? Good boy. I actually need to get him a new halter again. He ruined this when he was at the vet's last time. I very stupidly left that there, which was my mistake. Okay, let's open that. Wow. Wow, the flash. I see the vision. The vision is coming to life. Wow, you're a hunting horse. Dad needs to see what's going on here. Make sure we're all fitting nicely. Okay, we are definitely going to have to go through that annoying stage of like all the leather having to soften so that it can sit right. But from a first point of view, I think it looks pretty good. Hey? We just need all this leather to soften so this can sit like this, and then this can like sit where that needs to go. But that's gonna take a little bit of time and a little bit of effort on my part. Very beautiful. Just this leather's gonna annoy me. And I hope it doesn't annoy you. We're gonna have to see. I mean, as you can see, it's not tight. Here on the nose either, it's not tight. But it just all needs to bend and mash and do what it has to do. I want to give you guys a little tip for if your keepers are sliding, because it's the most frustrating thing in the world when your keepers that hold your leather straps in, like if they fall down and then everything is flapping. I know this little tip. This is what I do, especially for my video shoots, because I can't have anything moving, because otherwise it looks very bad. I'm gonna set you guys here. I hope you can see it. So what you do is you just get an elastic, normal little plaiting elastic. I was already feeling this one, this keeper right here, is very soft. Sometimes they just are very soft. So what you're going to do is you're gonna run the keeper up. You're going to wrap the elastic where you want your keeper to sit, like this. You don't need much actually. And then you just run your keeper over it and it doesn't move. It's solid. It's stuck. And that's all you need. And that's all it takes, guys. And your life is resolved. You're welcome. Because when I found that out, it changed the game completely when it comes to bridles. Let me show them how we're gonna train today. So this is the setup I've got him in. I've got him in like a lunging single. Okay, it looks a bit funny, but let me explain. I've had to whack on these twine. God save the man. I hope the man that invented twine sleeps well at night with a cold pillow, because twine just can be repurposed for anything last minute. I had bought these lunging side reins, which are all completely elastic. I don't know if you can tell, but the whole thing is like really elastic. I'm not opposed to using lunging reins if they're used ethically and correctly. I think they actually can be very beneficial to your horse. So how I use this system specifically is this clips to the bit. You can see that the lunging system runs through this little keeper. And then this one will connect wherever you want, whether you want to have it between the legs, whether you want to have it up there. Obviously, this needs to be extended because this was used on Valero last, who's obviously much smaller than him when it comes to his neck length. But I want to have this on him because he is in his rehab phase, and this will keep him in a little bit more of a frame. He doesn't need to be tight, overbent, anything like that. He just needs to be concentrated on the job. And this will also help a little bit with him just feeling frisky and wanting to bolt off. They are typically more concentrated when they are in a frame. So this is helping me through his rehab. It's not how you have to do it, it's how I like to do it, and it's how I've had success with my horses. Lunging them in an outline where they're actually being sent from the back forwards into a contact over the back really helps, especially when you have big young horses. So I do really like to use this. I don't like to use stiff reins. I like to use something with an elastic. So if the horse wants to put pressure against it, he can, and it will give. So just keep that in mind. These I really like, actually. So I'm just going to get his system set up. We're going to get a lunge lead, and then I'm going to take him down and we're going to have a little lunge, the first lunge back into the work. Hey? But we will put these on when we're actually in the arena. There's no need to have them on right now. Here's Mr. King in the arena. I wanted to explain to you guys the setup before I show you in the trot what he looks like. So the brown rope, the lunging rope that I have, instead of connecting that back to the bit somehow or over the pole, I much prefer putting it back to the cavesson, because what it allows me to do is if I take rein now, I can bend and ask him to soften through the inside and keeping the bend a little bit more through the shoulder and through the neck. That's very difficult to do if you don't have that. So this allows me to have almost like an inside leg and getting that banana shape on the circle, which is really important, especially for a horse like him who hasn't had much of this kind of suppling work from at least my understanding. So that's why I have that. And you can see that I've connected the side reins through to between the legs because I'm trying to encourage him to stretch down. You can see that the head is clearly in front of the vertical. Look, he can still stretch all the way down if he wants to. He can put his head up if he wants to. You don't have to be too scared of him getting his legs in it. I've never had a horse do that. And my PRE horses have very expressive movement. I've never had an issue. And like I said, it is elastic as well. So if he wants to put his head up, he can, but this just encourages him to go in a frame, not him trying to yawn while we're finally working again. But this just allows him to go in a frame. And if he decides to get a little bit wispy, a little bit excited, a little bit fresh, it just says, hey, hey, come back down, stay with me. Yeah, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put him on his bad side because I warm him up first on this side. I'm doing like 2 sets of 3-minute sessions. I'm gonna put him back on the other side, which is where we had that tendon injury on that front right. I'm gonna put him on that side, and then I'm gonna show you what he's trotting like so you guys get to see a little bit better where he's at truly. Good boy. So here you can see I've got King in a trot. He's just in pretty much like a little jog. He's a little bit unbalanced at the moment. That's part of having done nothing for basically 7 weeks and then being in a stable for 4 weeks and having a tendon injury. So he's still kind of like a little bit wobbly, I would say. He is sound though, especially in the front. He's stiff though in the hind. So it's going to take a little bit of time to bring him back into it all. But I'm quite happy to just have him in this like easy light jog. I don't want him to get too excited. You can see he can still put his head up and everything, but this just encourages the frame. I just want him to stay like in a rhythmical pace, in his little jig jog, trying to work a little bit over the back. I'm not too fussed on forwardness. I do ask a little bit of bend, just like there, to bring him back a little bit into the frame. Up, up, up. I see still that he's not super confident with that front right, like the toe drags every now and then, he's not picking it up as much, but that will just take a little bit of fitness and time. So far he's doing good though, so we're just gonna see how his first week, keep going, lazy bum. He's like, I've already had a nice hoot around in the field, I'm tired. But we're gonna see how his first week goes being back into this, then he'll have the second surgery. And then hopefully just a couple of weeks after that, we'll be able to pick the lunging back up and start to work on his fitness until I can finally get on him again. But this is all looking quite nice to me. Hep, hep. Good boy. And he's actually, the vet was saying it too, it's like this is the perfect horse to rehab. Good boy, keep going. You can stretch, but don't lose impulsion. It's the perfect horse to rehab because of his temperament. It's not like one of these crazy KWPN sport horses that's got like its legs around its head, super hot. It's a sensible horse. So, hep, hep. It's a sensible horse. So that should actually make the rehab process much easier, knock on wood. That would be nice though. Oh, good boy. That's your 3 minutes. So he's gonna have a break. I'm gonna switch sides. I've already done one time this side and then he's done. I do keep the walking more than 3 minutes, so you'll have a good walk for like 6-7 minutes. That's the majority of it all, and then I will switch him and we'll trot the on the other side, and that'll be it for our very first lunge back into the work. And the sun even came out to wish us a happy time. I love his little tail also. That's like what I'm constantly looking at while he's lunged. It's straight. It's like a sassy bob is what it's giving, that tail. Good boy, buddy. You're doing good, huh? Yeah. That is where we are at currently with King and his rehab. I wanted to give you the final update for this video, and that is that I have booked in your surgery. He's booked in for next week, which is bittersweet, but it's something that we have to do. Going to be going into surgery. I'll be bringing him the day before. He'll have his surgery, and I'm hoping to bring him back home the same day. I just want him home. He can recover here. I don't need to keep him there. So yeah, so I hope you guys can keep your fingers crossed for him and that whole procedure will go well. I will obviously keep you guys updated in the coming vlogs on that whole journey as well. But for now, that is everything. Thank you all so much for your ongoing support. And I will be keeping you all updated. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.